following program contains language and audio images which may be found disturbing and may not be suitable for your snotty-nosed little brat who probably cusses like a sailor behind your back anyway. Parental discretion is advised.
It's time to holler down the pipe chase and rattle them bars, because we're going to do a prison show for you right here at beautiful old, historic old, exciting new KPFT Houston, from the heart of Montrose, where we all hope tomorrow will be a better day.
And welcome to the Prison Show. It is Friday, February the 9th, and David has that, what do they call that? I think he has a furlough, or...
I think he's got an excused absence.
Excused absence, that's right. He's got an excused absence. Yes, he does. So... right now, holding it down for him is Stu. Rockin' Stu.
Good evening, Dani. How are you?
Doing great. And hopefully we will not mess it up too much.
We're going to do our best, and that's going to have to be good enough.
Yeah, that is. So Stephanie's in the house also, and we have Caleb. Caleb's in the house. He's with the Texas Abolition Movement. Am I right?
Yes, the Texas Death Penalty Abolition Movement.
Death Penalty Abolition Movement. Oh, my God. All right. So tonight, of course, as we mentioned last week, we are starting the Winter Fund Drive. And it's fun.
We put the fun in Fund Drive, right.
I sure didn't I? David knows how much I love doing these.
You know, it's not our favorite thing, but it's important work.
It is important work, and you know, he stepped out of the show for one night, the first night of Fund Drive for the prison.
I'm sure it's just a coincidence.
It is just a coincidence, yeah. But tonight, I will tell you that all those bricks that the sustainers have been getting, if they donate $25 per month.
On a sustaining basis,
on a sustaining basis.
Right.
They get a 4x4 brick.
Right.
And if you donate $50 per month, you get an 8x8 brick.
Have you looked at them closely yet, Dani?
I haven't been out because when I get here,
it's dark.
It's dark. But I did get a picture of the one that I made for Billy Wardlow, who was executed on July the 8th of 2020. So I did get one in memory of him, and I made sure to put executed by the state of Texas on that brick so everyone knows his name, the date, and when it happened. And you, too, can get your very own brick.
Well, there's one out there that says Ray Hill as well.
Yes, David got that.
It says the prison show and has Ray Hill's name on it.
Yeah.
And, yeah, it's a great way to make a gift that helps keep KPFT on the air. And it's a brick. It's engraved. It's in the ground. And it's something new. They were just installed within the last couple of weeks. They look great. And it's a great way to show your support and to remember someone. You can engrave pretty much anything you want on there, whether it's your favorite radio personality or in memory of someone who's no longer with us. So that sustainer is look, here's the bottom line, folks. This is community radio. We don't get a lot of funding from advertisers. We have a couple of underwriters, including the Cohen Law Firm that we heard from just a second ago. But the reality is it costs over $50,000 a month to put this station on the air and keep the programming going. And that's with essentially all volunteer programmers, including Dani and myself and the rest of the crew at the Prison Show and all the other programmers. And that's kind of the minimum that we need in order to keep the station going. And we rely on the support of our listeners who call and make a donation. So let's give the number. Let's give the website. And, you know, we need your help, folks. Bottom line. KPFT is 54 years old March 1st. The Prison Show's over 40 years old, I think.
It is.
It's one of the longest running programs on the air. It's a great service. You know, I love listening to David Collingsworth talk about how it reached him while he was incarcerated and what a difference it made in his life. I mean, I've heard him say on the air, I wouldn't be here but for this show. Like, I wouldn't be here on earth.
Yes, he has said that several times.
Right. And I think he means it. He's sincere about it. And in other words, this is an important mission of this station. We have a lot of other programming, music and talk and so forth, but this is a unique and special program. And that's why I came. When David said, can you cover for me? I said, absolutely. I'm a big advocate and fan for the Prison Show and Execution Watch and the other special programming. And folks, those of you who are listening, I run into people all over Houston. When you say KPFT, they're like, oh, yeah, the Prison Show. People know about the Prison Show, and it's important work that's being done here to give hope to those who are incarcerated, to advocate for them. And, folks, it's an all-volunteer crew that's putting this program together and getting it on the air. If you could support, give them the phone number, Dani.
It is 713-526-5738, and you hit option number 1 to donate. Make sure you say The Prison Show. I know y'all are sick of hearing us say that, but it's The Prison Show. If you just say Prison Show, they won't find it.
Yep, it's under T for The. That's
yes.
right.
And you can also go to KPFT.org. There's a donate button, and you can definitely do it online. Everything's secure, so you don't have to worry about that.
Right.
And if you become a sustainer, you get to choose the verbiage for your brick, whatever size you get. And we also have some other items to talk about later because we're going to be pitching.
Right, absolutely.
Quite a bit this
We
evening.
need to raise $150,000. Essentially, the balance of the month of February is the Winter Fund Drive. All the programs are doing it. The Prison Show has a goal, just like my show, 50 Years After, has a goal. Deadbeat with Sandy has a goal. All the programs have to raise money to keep their slots in the program. That's the bottom line. And 713-526-5738. Select option 1. A live operator will take your pledge. If you want to become a sustainer and get a brick, the 4x4 is $25 a month. The 8x8 is $50 a month for a minimum of a year. The bricks will be inscribed. They'll be installed in the plaza out in front of the studios here at 4504 Caroline Street, and they'll be there. And you'll be part of this great movement that's going on. So please consider making a pledge. Support KPFT. Support the Prison Show. This is really important. We need to raise the money. Today is day 1 of the fund drive. Actually, I think yesterday was day 1. This is day 2.
Day 2.
But we're on our way, and thank you to those who have already supported. But we've got a lot of wood to chop, as they say. We also have a special promotion that we're doing for the first time for a $120 single donation. You can get the Caroline Street coffee beans that are specially roasted by Lola Savannah Coffee. It's the KPFT blend, and a Caroline Street coffee mug that goes with that. And if you like coffee, we drink it here at the station. We love our Lola Savannah coffee, and please consider making a pledge. If you can donate $5 a month or whatever you can afford, please consider 713-526-5738, select option 1, or go to kpft.org. I do that. I made a pledge yesterday morning during the Great Wide Open with Clint Broussard, and it took me less than 5 minutes. It's easy to do. It's painless. It's secure, and it's really important. It's really helpful.
Very important.
It was Clint's father's 77th birthday, so I donated $77 in honor of Clint's dad. So please consider supporting KPFT if you can. All right, Dani, what's next?
The next thing we have is Sister Helen and Mikal. So we're going to have to put them together on the air at the same time.
Let's see if we can figure out how to make this work. Stand by.
Yeah. Sister Helen Prejean, if people are not aware, she was played by Susan Sarandon in Dead Man Walking. Hello.
Is that you, Michael?
That's me.
I think we have you both
We're
on
not
the
connected
air.
with them yet. Let's see if they can pull it off.
No, we pulled it off. You're live on the air.
Yeah, they're working on it. They've got someone helping.
Can y'all hear us?
Not normally helping. So
Can y'all hear us?
I think they can figure it out.
I think so. It's good to be on it with you. So how many people in prison listen to this? Do you know?
I don't think they can hear us.
All over Texas. I don't really know.
Oh dear.
You know where it reaches, but I know it's over the airwaves and a lot of Texas. So.
Okay, can y'all hear us now? Can y'all hear us now?
Put it on my computer. Hang on.
I'm not sure what's going on, but we are trying.
Oh, they can hear us.
Yes, we can hear you.
They can hear us.
Okay, can
y'all hear us now?
Yeah, it's not too super clear, but we can hear you.
No, Dani, we can't hear you guys. We only hear each other.
Well, isn't this interesting? Let me say, do you mind if we play the...
Clear, but we can hear you.
Oh, well, maybe we can do it from here.
We only hear each other.
Okay.
So you were hearing them from my computer because I have it showing on my computer. Whenever I realized that they couldn't hear us, I put it on my computer.
So
maybe
we can play them.
I think we
Martin
should probably
Sheen.
call. I'm going to call you, and we can call back in. Maybe that's the issue.
Okay, we're going to play the Sheen audio. Okay, now we're going to play the Martin Sheen. You know what? This is why it's live radio. Y'all get that? So what do you think, Caleb?
I'm enjoying it.
Caleb's enjoying it because we're over here going, whoa. So I think that they're going to be calling in. They may be calling in under 1. Maybe. Okay, I think she's coming on the air now. All right.
Okay, they're adding us back on.
Can you hear us?
Okay.
Can you hear us? Maybe. I guess that this is not good.
Hello.
Can you hear us?
Hi, can you guys hear us on the phone?
Yeah, we
I
can hear you on the phone now.
clear. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, so it's. Can you hear me?
Not Dani too clearly, though.
Oh, so it's my mic.
Yeah, try speaking up, Dani.
Okay. How about now? Okay. All right, can you hear me?
Helen, can you hear Dani or not?
She's very faint.
Okay, well,
Okay. How about we?
I got her turned all the way up.
Okay. How about now?
Look, if it's not working, why don't y'all just have Michael on tonight, and I'll come another time. It may be simpler to just have one of us.
Well, can you
They
hear
can't
me now?
Me either. Or I can't hear them either.
Hang on. How about now? No, I'm going to go in there. Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, hallelujah. Okay, so I got to get my headphones on in here. Okay, I don't think David's going to leave us alone anymore. Okay, so Sister Helen.
Yes. Yes.
You have been my hero for years, and I couldn't wait when they wanted, when I asked to have you on, and I was told that you were going to be able to come on. I was so excited. But to get right into the questions, with all the newly uncovered evidence that points to Ivan's innocence, and I'm sorry, I should have introduced you better. This is his sister, Helen Prejean, and she is Ivan Cantu's spiritual advisor. He has an execution date this month, February the 28th. So with all of the evidence that points to Ivan's innocence, why does he have an execution date in 19 days? Why do you think?
Well, it's because of the way the courts work. You know, we have this theory, well, all these years that are listening tonight that are in prison, you know the theory of the justice system, and yet you know from real experience how broken it is. And nowhere is it more broken than with the death penalty. You're supposed to have a fair playing field when you go to trial for your life, and prosecution's supposed to turn over to defense anything that's exculpatory evidence. And often prosecutors get into winning, above all, more than into justice. And that's what happened to Ivan. And then once you've had your trial and you've been convicted, to try to get into the appeals courts, they have the same kind of mentality often that the Supreme Court of the United States has. And we have a Supreme Court which reads the Eighth Amendment and does not see the killing of a human being as cruel punishment. So you have a mindset of punishment and pain and hardness. And the mindset of the Supreme Court is finality. Get these cases finished. So here comes Ivan 20-plus years later after his trial, and all the evidence comes out of key witnesses, the two key witnesses who lied during the trial, the evidence that they have of both a bullet and supposedly that Ivan stole a watch, which was not the truth, and you have the police detective at trial holding up saying Ivan stole this watch. Robbery was part of the killing of his cousin, and you don't get the truth. And so in Ivan's case, we have at least 3 jurors now saying, look, we don't feel this has been fair to us. We were supposed to be the fact finders of guilt or innocence first, and then the sentence, whether or not this person should be killed. And we were lied to during the trial. People committed perjury. And so we have not been dealt with fairly, and they are speaking out for Ivan. How can it happen? I wrote about it in my book, The Death of Innocence, that came out in 2004, about 2 people I accompanied to execution. All the evidence that should have been presented at their trial, they didn't have good defense. They didn't have investigation during their trial. So the evidence didn't come out. So there was no real adversarial way of coming to truth at trial. Prosecution presented. Defense didn't have access to the knowledge they needed, and it was slam dunk and against Ivan. Now they're trying to play catch up and trying to get the courts look at this new evidence on ballistics, look at it about the key witnesses who lied, and look at the jurors, and they won't hear it. They slap them down. So that's why we have to go to the citizens. We have a huge citizens campaign for Ivan. It's ivancantu.org. Move On is working with us to get petitions. We have thousands of signatures, and we're going to have a press conference on what the petitions and what we have in Ivan's case on February 22nd. And so there are going to be other things coming out, too. All I know is he asked me to be his spiritual advisor and be with him if the state of Texas kills him. And all I know, the God I believe in is a God of life, and there is just no way I'm going to go in that execution chamber and just accompany him, pray with him, and send him into eternity without doing everything I can to try to save his life and for the truth to come out. So all we are saying is, what's the rush to execution? You've had all this time. Can you wait a few more months or years or whatever it takes, but listen to the new evidence. No court will do it. So we're asking the DA's office and the Conviction Integrity Unit, which exists to look at cases that have trouble like this and where you don't trust the integrity of the conviction, to just do an emergency inquiry into the new evidence since the courts seem unwilling to hear it.
So one of my next questions was going to be, what is your plan for the next 2 weeks? So you said on February 22nd, there's going to be a press conference?
We're going to be at the Collin courthouse, Collin in McKinney, to deliver the petitions that we've gotten, from with the petition drive with MoveOn.org. And I'll be there. Ivan's lawyer, Gina Bund, will be there to speak to the public about this, to hold this man's case up to the public. Even people who believe in the death penalty believe it ought to be fair. And there's no fairness that happened in this. And that's going to be our appeal to the citizens of Texas primarily.
So what time on the 22nd?
11 o'clock.
11 a.m., Collin County Courthouse. So all the petitions will be delivered directly to the DA's office. Have you been in communication with them?
Not directly with the DAs. I've been working to get citizens to be aware, so that we especially need people in Texas to speak to their, to the DAs. People from out of town, everybody's voice helps, but there's nothing like citizens' participation in Texas. Even of people that maybe in some part of themselves say they believe in the death penalty for certain crimes. How people have these ideas of, but I mean, it ought to be fair. At least it ought to be fair, and it wasn't fair in Ivan's case. So particularly to Texas citizens.
Okay. Now, I know Ivan was curious. I'm curious because I'm from Louisiana. What is your favorite Cajun food?
You know what? I can cook it. I love Cajun food, and I got to give you my three top ones: gumbo, red beans and rice, and stewed chicken.
Oh, yeah, that is so stewed chicken. Oh, yeah, that's
stewed chicken.
That is so good. Oh, I miss Louisiana. Oh. Well, I know you and Michael have played a big role in Ivan's case of late, and you both are important. And I know Michael. And I'm sorry we got flustered at the beginning, but to let everyone know, Michael Frazier is the media relations coordinator for Cousins by Blood podcast. And I know I'm always plugging it, but Cousins by Blood podcast. And Sister Helen Prejean is the author of Dead Man Walking, founder of Ministry Against the Death Penalty, and, of course, Ivan Cantu's spiritual advisor. Have you ever been a spiritual advisor in Texas?
Kind of. To one other person, James Aldridge, that I was. I got to ask, Dani, are all the prisoners listening to our voices on this program?
Yes, ma'am.
Can I just give a direct shout-out to them?
Absolutely.
To just say how many of us that are on the outside but know of what they're going through in prison. I knew nothing about prisoners when I started out as a Catholic nun teaching in a Catholic school. I didn't know anything about the criminal justice system. But I've learned a lot. And here's the big discovery I've made for all the people I know in prison, that you are a human being, and everybody's worth more than the worst thing we've ever done. And you hold on to your dignity because you're made in the image and likeness of God. And I know how hard it is to hold on to your dignity in prison. So hold on to that dignity and find every single way you can to improve yourself, to learn, to educate yourself, and to foster and develop really good relationships of friendship in prison. I know it's hard to do, but your life is worth it. And I pray, God, that one day you'll step out of that place. But while you're in there, I just want you to know that you're loved and prayed for by so many of us out here. And I just want to say, have a good day, have a good night tonight, and that we love you and are pulling for you. Just know you have this unseen cloud of people out here who really care about you.
Thank you so much. You have been such an inspiration to me and to so many others. And God bless you, Sister Helen. And
God bless you.
And God bless
you. This is wonderful.
It is wonderful, isn't it?
Yeah.
And God bless you too, Michael. We love you.
Thank you, Dani. Love you all.
Thank you, Dani.
For what you do.
Thank you.
Yeah, everybody. All right.
Have a great weekend.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Save Ivan. Thank you. God save you all. Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Okay, now I think we're running a little behind, so we're going to scoot on over to Nicole. I think Nicole. Yes, Nicole. Hi, Nicole.
Hi, I'm sorry. I'm literally wiping tears from my face.
I know.
Oh, my God. Sister Helen is one of the most amazing people. And for those of you that can follow her on Twitter, please follow her. I'm sorry, on X. She is amazing. And I think she's probably got like 160,000 followers. And she puts the most amazing messages out there. And I'm in tears now because I picture myself, I'm sitting here on my bed and I'm picturing myself on my bunk in prison hearing those words. I'm getting choked up again that she just said to those of us, behind those bars. And it's just amazing. So, yes, thank you for you guys having the show and for bringing her on. She's just incredible. And actually, I live in Collin County. I'm in Plano, just about 15 minutes from the courthouse. So if there's anything that I can do, I don't know if you can pass that along. I don't know if she's still listening or not. But, Rusty Diamond Network and myself and any of our volunteers, we would love to help her in any way that we could with Ivan's case or anything that she's doing up here.
I will definitely pass that along. I'm sure Ivan's listening right now. And in fact, later on, we're going to have Sister Helen has a friend in Martin Sheen. And later on, we're going to have that video to play. Martin Sheen did a video for Ivan. So we're going to play it on the air later on.
Okay, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, and I'm right here in Collin County, so anything that I can do. And, it's interesting you were talking about a podcast and that God makes no mistakes and that Helen was on here tonight because I'm getting ready for a podcast that I'm going to do, and it's going to be a really tough one. And I know we're pressed for time here, so I'll try to kind of condense it. But, and they're like number 19 in the true crime podcast and globally, I believe. But it's called Cold, C-O-L-D, Red, R-E-D. And I don't know if the guys can get it on your tablet. In the podcast section, but my good friend David Gerlach, who's another advocate and just an amazing human being, he was on it a couple of weeks ago, and the guy that does it was in the FBI for 27 years, and he was in the most intense side of the law enforcement, so SWAT, hostage negotiation, and then he ended his career in child crime. And so he's seen it all, and he really focuses on victims. And we talked for an hour today basically about the line of victim to victimization and how razor thin that is. And so it's going to be interesting to go on there because most of their guests are victims of some type of, crime, if you will. So I'm going to go on and kind of give a different perspective and help people hopefully understand who we are, right, that's behind these bars and who we are as, humanity and individuals and kind of what got us there and what really happens there and what happens when those doors open and we come out. So I'm really looking forward to it, but it's been, kind of tough in preparing for it. Obviously, it's, all very tough, sensitive topics, and also sharing my story and my drunk driving accident and what got me there and how that happens. As we were talking, actually, I got a news alert about a NFL player in the Super Bowl just getting arrested for DUI, which it was just like, wow, this is crazy. It's just what I was talking about. So that's on March 12th that the podcast will air. So I'm really looking forward to that and hopefully continuing, the message we have. And Helen has such a great message. So it's great to be on here tonight with her.
I know. I was so excited the whole day. I was like, oh my God, it's Sister Helen, Sister Helen. Now, just to make sure I heard you correctly, because I am the podcast queen. I listen to everything. You said cold as in COLD, red?
Yes.
Okay. And it's number 19?
Yeah. And like I said, they've kind of just now started bringing in people like me and David, and I'm sure there'll be many more to follow. But, they've really focused on the victim, that the victims get lost, which we know in the system, right? Like, I can't even address or say anything indirectly or directly. It's even on my parole certificate, right, to a victim. So this whole system, just like Sister Helen was just talking about, is so broken because there's no path to resolution for anybody. I mean, we can't fix what we did, but there's no path to any type of healing, that we can have directly in these situations unless you get mediated with the court, and that's very rare that happens, right? And then the DA, of course, is just trying to get them to just, tell their story and their victim impact statement and doesn't really care, isn't really focused on the victim, even though they say they are. They just want, the case resolved and, us to go to prison. So it's just an interesting approach that this man who has, seen the most horrific of things and been a part of, the law enforcement side. He's now a PhD. He's written a book, and that he understands. He gets it. And the more people that get it and understand the humanity of us and not just the number that we are or what we did, to her point, we're never our worst mistake, right? And so many of us turn that mess into a message because it doesn't even have to involve incarceration. There's trauma and brokenness in so many people, and it seems to be just getting worse in this world. And, people can relate to that. And so it's going to be good to kind of give that perspective and hopefully, open some hearts and some ears and continue to kind of breach this message, if you will, nationally, not just in Texas for me. So at any event, I'm really excited about it. So, yeah, go check it out and look at David Gerlach's. His podcast is up there. Go watch that one. It's really good.
I definitely will. Thank you for recommending this. Now, how can people get a hold of you? Before I forget.
Sure, absolutely. So you guys can write me, 7801, again, 7801, Alma, that's ALMA Drive, number 74. That's Plano, PLANO, Texas, 75025. You can also reach me on Twitter. I'm Prison Diamond. I keep calling it Twitter. Ugh, I can't get used to the whole X thing.
Yeah, I can't either. I can't either. No, I can't either.
But it's Prison Diamond there. And then we also have a Facebook page and a group there that's the Rusty Diamond Network. And then our website is rustydiamond.org.
Well, we appreciate you very much, Nicole, and we look forward to hearing from you in a few weeks.
Yeah, and y'all count on me for a brick, by the way. We'll do a diamond brick.
Awesome. I dropped
You
something.
bet.
Sorry. Okay.
I got you excited there. You're like, woohoo, buddy.
Woohoo! Thank you, Nicole, so much.
You bet. God bless you guys. Thank you.
God bless you,
Everybody
too.
hates me.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, now I think that we have to pitch a little bit because but we only have a couple minutes to do it.
Yeah, we just got a brick. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nicole.
Yeah, we appreciate all bricks. If Hank were still here, I would threaten to hit him with a brick. But
Thankfully, Hank isn't here to be. Yeah, we don't advocate violence against our co-hosts here, but
have you ever worked with Hank?
yes, I have. I love Hank. But yes, if you're in a position to do so, this would be a great time for you to call 713-526-5738, select option 1, and make a pledge of support. You can do a one-time donation. You can make a sustaining pledge. If you're interested in the bricks for $25 a month for a minimum of a year, you can get a 4x4-inch brick inscribed with whatever you like. If you want to put Dani's name on there, you can do that.
Woohoo!
If you are in a position to do so and would like to donate $50 a month, you basically just put your credit card on file and it'll bill you each month. That's an 8x8 brick. They're laid in the ground right in front of the studios here on Caroline Street in Houston. They look great. Look, there's any number of premiums that are out there. If you'd prefer to go to the website, you can read them. If you want to call, they'll read them to you. KPFT.org. Look for the Donate Now button. There's one at the top and one at the very bottom of the homepage. Or you can call 713-526-5738. Select option 1. This is community radio, listener supported and volunteer powered. And we'd really appreciate it if you could support The Prison Show and KPFT. All right, Dani, do you want to move back in the other room to do the next segment?
Well, Brittany's going to be coming up too, so I'll just stay in here.
Okay.
But I can look at Caleb from here. Caleb's in the house.
Let's get Caleb on. All right,
yeah,
Caleb.
he is an organizer for the Texas death penalty abolition movement. He is with Gloria's group. So you were on.
Oh, hello.
Hello. Go ahead. What you got for us tonight?
Okay, so I actually am here to talk about upcoming events that we have. So we've decided to take on sending birthday cards to death row inmates again, but we're going to be sending them out 2 months early now because they've been receiving them 2 months late. So this Sunday we're going to be meeting to send April birthday cards. We're going to be meeting at 3 p.m. at Sing Sing Restaurant, which is on Bel Air Boulevard and Beltway 8. We're going to be having cards, and we have cards and postage stamps already, so you don't have to worry about bringing any of those. Most importantly, we have 2 protests coming up. We're going to be protesting the executions of Ivan Cantu on February 28th and James Harris Jr. on March 13th. We're going to be protesting these executions outside the Huntsville prison walls. So please join us on February 28th to protest the execution of Ivan Cantu at 5 p.m. This execution is scheduled for 6 p.m., but of course we're hoping for the stay of execution. There's a momentum building towards this with celebrities like Martin Sheen and Kim Kardashian speaking out about this. So there are several instances in recent history where pressure from people has led to executions being halted, such as the case of Rodney Reed in 2019 and Melissa Lucio in 2022. And of course, Ivan has maintained his innocence for over 2 decades, and there's a really good new article about this in the Texas Tribune for everyone to check out. And also, please go to moveon.org/Ivan Cantu if you haven't already and sign the petition. Also, we need people to attend the closing arguments for Eugene Broxton on March 26th. Broxton has been on death row in Livingston since 1991 and has maintained his innocence the entire time. He was convicted by an all-white jury, so it's just a completely unfair trial. So if you can, please make it out on March 26th. We are also planning our annual event for Mumia Abu-Jamal. He is a revolutionary political prisoner and member of the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense. He will be turning 70 years old this year, and 30 years of those he spent on Pennsylvania death row. He was moved into the general population in 2011. Last year we had like a cultural event at the Shape Center, which included poems and music and just speeches. So, and then the year before that we had a movie showing for the movie Long Distance Revolutionary, which I encourage everyone to watch. And the year before that we had like activist groups meet up at Emancipation Park. So if you're interested in that, please join. We can follow us on our Facebook group, which is the Texas Death Penalty Abolition Movement. You got to make sure you put "the" in front of it, or it will take you to the wrong page. We have a prison board meeting on Friday, April 26th, at the Renaissance Hotel in Austin, Texas. We need to organize and get people there to raise hell about Securus. That is, there are many complaints about this. That basically they've taken over the communication between death row inmates and people on the outside.
They're taking over the world.
Yes, exactly. Thank you. And so there's inmates that are having their mail take 2 to 3 months to get to people. The cost for e-messaging is sky high, and just the whole process of signing up and getting registered is very complicated. So people in Austin, if anyone is listening to this in Austin, please show up and make your voices heard. We also talked about being prepared to organize around the, I'm sure everyone knows about the horrifying new method of execution that was used in Alabama for Kenneth Smith. He was executed using suffocating him with nitrogen gas. So several other states have announced that they're going to pick this up, which is just insane. They do this due to the inability to get the lethal injection drugs. So we're really hoping that Texas does not pick this up. And other than that, we meet at Shape Center on the first Tuesday of every month at 7 p.m. So if you're unable to come in person, you can. We have a Zoom link. So just join that Facebook group I was telling you about. It was the Texas Death Penalty Abolition Movement, and there will be information on attending there. And that's pretty much what I have.
Okay, is there an address?
An address for
that
which?
People can write to y'all.
Oh. Okay, you put me on the spot because I don't have the address. No.
You know what? If y'all will write to us at the Prison Show 226 Chipmunk Trail, Shepherd, America 77371, we will make sure. If you want to get in touch with Caleb's group, Gloria's group, write to us and we'll make sure it gets scanned in and sent on over to the Texas Death Penalty Abolition Movement. And we appreciate you, Caleb.
All right, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, hopefully you'll be able to come back soon. So I guess we got to pitch a little bit. I know David's probably like listening going, where's the pitching? Well, the pitching is now, David. It is now.
This one's for you, Dave.
He's probably like, okay. All right, Dani. So right now, like Rockin' Stu was talking about earlier, we are all volunteer. We do this because we love y'all and we want you to make your life a little bit easier. Of course, I can't say it as eloquently as Sister Helen did, but we are here for you. But we rely on donations to keep the station going so we can keep bringing you these awesome programming, or this awesome program, I should say. But we also have so many different, like Caleb was here. We are going to have Brittany in just a few minutes come on about Ad-Seg. We bring executions. We're out there for executions also.
And don't forget the shout outs.
Don't forget the shout outs.
Can't forget the shout outs.
Absolutely not. So we're here for you, but you can donate to get a brick.
Absolutely.
And it will be here forever, a legacy right in the front of KPFT. We also, you mentioned Ray Hill, we also have one for Dewey out there. Linda got one for Dewey. She also,
That's awesome.
I know, she also got one for the Texas Death Row Angels, Dani and Linda.
Nice.
Which
I think I saw that one, yeah.
Yeah, she did both the Dewey and the Texas Death Row Angels.
That's very cool.
Yeah, it is. And then, of course, David did Ray Hill's.
Right.
Because the prison show was started by Ray Hill. But to become a sustainer, call 713-526-5738. Option number 1. Make sure you say the prison show. It's the prison show. Or you can log on to kpft.org. There's a donate button at the top and the bottom. Make sure you attribute it to the prison show also. And your credit card information is safe and sound.
Absolutely. That's what we need, folks. We need you to make the call, go to the so-called mouse in the house, and use your computer to go online, kpft.org. However you prefer to do it, but please do it now. We're trying to raise $150,000. That basically keeps the station on the air for 3 months. And we don't want to do this continuously, but we do it 4 times a year, and that's what funds the operation of this station. It's all volunteers here, and the bills need to be paid. The transmitter, it's a 100,000 watt transmitter. It uses a lot of electricity, and that's a significant cost item in our budget. If you enjoy the programming you hear on KPFT, if you appreciate the mission of shows like The Prison Show, please demonstrate that support by making that call. 713-526-5738. Select option 1, or go to kpft.org and find the Donate Now button.
Okay, now we're going to skip on over to Brittany, but be sure to tune in during the shout-outs to hear your loved ones. However, we are going to be playing the Martin Sheen video, so heads up on that. But let's go to Brittany on line 4. Hey, Brittany.
Hey, how's it going?
I was excited. David told me that you were going to be in the studio, and I was like, woohoo, Brittany's in the house. You weren't here.
Oh, I thought I was there. No. Amit had asked me to pop in tonight, but I'm in Wisconsin tonight. But yeah, I mean, I'm still excited, and one day soon I'll be sitting in there with you.
Yes, you will, and we're excited to have you. So what you got for us tonight?
So tonight, basically just a few updates. We're doing some revamping a little bit in the TPCA, and with that comes learning some different processes. But what's going really well is watching these people become more involved in their activism, getting excited about new ideas and stuff. So we've created basically subject matter experts. So each complaint will go to an individual group of people who will specialize in knowing that policy like the back of their hand, knowing the employees involved in policies, and who to talk to on the unit to get it resolved faster instead of, just kind of trying to figure out who the best person is to talk to. We'll have already established those relationships. And other than that, really just trying to get everybody geared up and ready for the heat, making sure they have their PHI forms signed and everything like that to get prepared for that. But also the Texas Civil Rights Project, that solitary confinement reports made its way around the Capitol, and we're asking for calls and questions to be made. So we're looking forward to that.
So I'm not sure if you saw the question, or statement actually. Someone said in one of the chats that TDCJ was getting rid of Securus mail going out of Dallas, and they were just having people send it directly to the units. Now, I called the mailroom supervisor in Huntsville, they said that that was incorrect. Have you heard anything different?
So I think that's primarily wishful thinking, and I think they have every reason to wish for that. The mail notoriously is 2 months late. I haven't heard reports to otherwise. Some units are getting caught up on it, but if I'd give my opinion on the securest relationship with the TDCJ right now, it's looking a little toxic. There's a whole lot of finger pointing and a whole big lack of communication with family members and incarcerated. I know it's affecting legal mail. I know it's affecting parole paperwork.
Absolutely, it is.
I wish I could say that we're true and that they'd go back to how it was, especially since they've noticed the contraband's not really been cut down. And, you know, hearing it roar back, like when alcohol was legalized is, it's disturbing, but, you know, good job trying. However, yeah, the mail seems to be a rumor.
Yeah, it's, although I was excited when I first saw it, I was like, woohoo! But, you know, I got on the phone and it's like, no, not sure where that rumor got started. But, yeah, it's not true. It's not true, unfortunately. And you mentioned the heat. I put it out on the Prison Show's Facebook not too long ago, but right now is the time to start thinking about the fans. And I know the Fan Direct program, people can definitely log on to the TDCJ website about that. Now, have you heard anything about the e-com system?
So with the computer upgrades, they've been having issues with e-com. What I'm noticing is, you know, people aren't randomly allowed to place their orders, and then the people inside are saying they're only receiving e-coms. They're being withheld regular commissaries. So I imagine it has something to do with the computer system upgrades and the bugs being worked out. It sounded like the technology department was feeling a little shaky at the board meeting, so I hope they get that worked out.
Yeah, I know several people have contacted me in regards to purchasing an e-com for their loved one, and for some reason they're denying the credit card they're using when they know that there's nothing wrong with the credit card. So I don't know that that's what I'm attributing it to, the system upgrade. It's not really, if it's that messed up, it's not really an upgrade, but, you know, maybe the kinks will get worked out. Hopefully, and I do know that several units, in fact, the majority of the units that I'm in contact with have not been able to go to commissary. They're only running e-coms.
Yeah.
And we're pushing a month.
Right.
At some of these units. Actually, a few of them over a month. And people are running out of supplies. And
oh, absolutely.
You know, people get angry.
Absolutely,
you
they
get
do.
hangry.
Yeah, I know how it gets in my house alone, and I can't imagine the stress that's going on in the units with that, and you know the individuals that are incarcerated asking questions and the guards not having answers. A lot of times they're not getting the answers from their rank, so they're definitely upset about the e-com. But I'm hoping eventually, they'll get the kinks worked out of the system. It's just a little more preparedness and a little bit more communication to everybody. You know, flashing an alert on that tablet once a day wouldn't be impossible.
Exactly. They can flash all these other things on the tablets, but they can't do updates.
Right.
On what's going on at the specific, like, you know, Ellis, Estelle, no commissary because of, you know, regular updates that the men and women want to hear on the inside.
Yeah, exactly. They had a boil water notice at Wainwright a few days ago, and you know, it's. I don't know if the guards think it's it makes sense, but to go tell the people in segregation that they need to boil their water is, they know it's impossible. I think the better way to have handled that would have been to put it on the tablet so that when they start yelling about not being able to, they'd,
Exactly.
not have a guard to yell at, because it's not that guard's fault, but he also doesn't know if, how to get them to boil their water either.
Well, Brittany, what is the address where people can write to you?
So tonight I am going the TPCA address. So that is Texas Prison Community Advocates, P.O. Box 1974, Fulton, Texas 78358. And I'm getting mail through there as well. So if anything's written directly to me or to any of our amazing volunteers, we're ramping up on volunteers as well. So we look forward to the next year.
Well, thank you, Brittany. And I look forward to having you back on in the not so distant future.
Yes. I will be seeing you soon.
All right. Thank you, Brittany.
Thank you. Take care.
Okay, now I know I promised this during the shout-outs, but we're going to go ahead and try to play Martin Sheen really quick.
To support capital punishment, we must look life square in the eye and choose death. A few days ago, Sister Helen Prejean, author of Dead Man Walking, reached out to me with an urgent appeal to help Ivan Cantu, who is scheduled to be executed in Texas on February 28th. Ivan was wrongfully convicted of murder more than 20 years ago and has maintained his innocence the entire time. Now there is new evidence that strongly discredits the investigation and the prosecution in his case. But Texas courts refuse to hear it, and Cullen County DA Greg Willis refuses to utilize the Conviction Integrity Unit in his office to delay the execution and open an urgent inquiry that could exonerate Ivan and save his life. But time is running out, so please join me and thousands of others seeking justice for Ivan at moveon.org/Ivan Cantu. And thank you.
All right, and I know Ivan's got a whole load of people in his corner, including Martin Sheen, Kim Kardashian, Sean Penn, Susan Sarandon, and I can't remember. Why do I always forget that man's name? I forgot his name.
Who are you trying to remember?
The producer that Ivan told me about. Hang on.
It's in her notes. We're going to look it up.
It's in my notes. And let's see. Richard Linklater.
Richard Linklater, yeah.
That's him.
Yeah.
Wow. I apologize. I forget names.
That's
I remember
okay. That's why you
faces.
wrote it down.
That's why I wrote it down. Exactly. That's why I printed out Ivan's thing. But without further ado, we will be taking shout-outs in just a few. But before then...
Yeah, we got a spot from the Cohen Law Team, and we'll do our station ID, and then we'll be back for shout-outs here in just a moment. You're listening to KPFT Houston. This is The Prison Show. Well, let's try this again. We'll do it a different way.
Support for KPFT and The Prison Show is provided by the Cohen Parole Law Firm. For almost 40 years, Gary Cohen has helped represent incarcerated individuals throughout Texas obtain parole and fight parole revocations. We protect those who have fallen short of perfection from the wrath of those who believe they have attained it. For more information about Gary Cohen and his associates, Alan Bennett and Gene Anthis, you can find it at the website, parolelaw.com. You may also contact them at 512-476-6201.
This is KPFT Houston, 90.1 FM.
This is KPFT Houston. You're listening to The Prison Show, and we're going to get Dani relocated back into the studios.
And I'm here.
All right, Dani, you're back on.
Oh, all right. It went limp. I don't know what happened.
Did you break it?
I think
Seriously.
I think I
Dani broke the microphone. Stand by.
Okay. Now I think I got it. I got it.
Excellent.
All right. let's get to the shout-outs.
Shout-outs, yes.
Shout-outs, woohoo!
Tell them the number.
713-526-5738. Option number 1 to donate. But if you want to go live on the air, hit option number 2. And now we have Hope on line 2. Hi, Hope.
Hello.
Go
I just
ahead.
wanted to give a shout out to Supreme on the Ramsey unit, letting him know that I love him and I'm thinking of him. And if any of the guys happen to hear this and he doesn't, tell him I gave him a shout out. Y'all have a blessed weekend.
Wow, you're quick. You know that you want to say something else? I guess not. I think she hung up. I guess that was it. All right. Now we have, let's scooch on down to Ann Jeanette on line 4. Hey, Ann Jeanette.
Hey, Dani. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Hello?
Dani? I don't think she can hear me.
Hello?
Hello. Can you get on the mic, Stephanie?
Hi.
Go ahead. Aunt Jeanette, you're on. Go ahead.
Okay.
Danny's here.
Okay.
We promise.
Hello, Okay. This shout out is for Big Will on the Polensky unit. Hey, my love. Hello, my beautiful baby. Oh, my God, it's so loud in here. I'm at the movies. I love you, my handsome lover. I love you so much. More than we can ever imagine. And, you know, our imagination runs wild like wild horses. What a week, my love. I'm so drained, and I can't wait to see you. I miss you 9,000. Think about me. Don't forget about me. Keep praying, my love. Keep praying for us. Pray for Kangaroo. God bless you, my baby. Get some rest. Get some sleep. I'll see you in our dreams, and I love you. Really quick, shout out to the guys on Live, bro. Blaine, Bethel, Mark, Woody, my international super spy, Eric, Debo, and, of course, Kangaroo. So many people are supporting you. I wish you could see. I wish you could really feel all these people that are supporting you. Try not to cry. And a very special shout-out to the Fat Sweat crew on the Polensky unit. Much, much love from Big Will. Big, big hugs. I already know what it is. Hug life, his life. Well, you guys have a good night. I'm going to enjoy my movie. Bye.
Have a good night, Aunt Jeanette. I'm back. Oh, hang up. She didn't want to talk to Stu. All right.
That's okay.
I think Julie on line 1.
Yes, this is Julie. I was going to say a shout out to my love in the Michael unit, Tommy Ray Teague. I'm sorry we've been playing phone tag all day. We're doing okay. I left my phone at the house and I went somewhere and it's like, I'm sorry, but I'm okay. But I guess we've been playing phone tag all day, but I love you and I miss you. And I've just been trying to figure everything out on the income tax and stuff like that. And we're doing okay. I love you and I miss you. And call me back later or tomorrow or in the morning. So sweet dreams. I love you, honey. Love you very much. Miss you. Have a blessed night. And y'all have a good night too.
You too. Have a great weekend also.
Okay. I tell you what, I left what happened is I left my phone at the house. And I was like, dang it. So we've been playing phone tag, and I got home, and I started doing like laundry in the back, and I'm like, oh, man, I missed the phone call again. So I don't know. But anyway, he'll call me back.
I'm sure he will.
Yeah. It's been one of those days, so.
I hear you. It's been one of those nights for us. Well, we appreciate you very much.
Okay, you too. Thank y'all for letting me do this because it means a lot to me. I just want to let him know how I feel.
Well, thank you for calling, and you call back next week.
Thank you. God bless.
God bless.
Appreciate y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, now let's do, because I can't see that far, Melinda for Ivan.
Hello, are you there?
Well, he's listening, I betcha.
Hey, I grew up with Ivan in Plano, and I love him so much. He was outstanding and amazing. I was best friends with his cousin, Shona. Ivan, I know you know who I am. We talked for years when you went and got convicted, and I love you. I know you're innocent, and I have prayed for you to be innocent, and I know you need a fair trial. I grew up with you, and I know who you are, and you know who I am, and I talked to your mom. I love you, and keep your head up and pray to God. You are going to get out of this. You're going to get another stay of execution. I know Shona and James, I knew all of y'all when we grew up, and I will never forget your mullet and your Z Cavaricis and your crotch rockets. I love you so much.
Oh, that's funny. Yes. His mullet. Oh, that's awesome.
He had the most perfect mullet. He wore Z Cavaricis and he just ran around Plano in his crotch rocket with all of our friends.
Crotch rocket.
He always watched me in his, yes, I'm telling you, it's a crotch rocket. And Ivan will know. He will be sitting there. If he can listen to me now, he will be laughing his ass off because he always watched me and his cousin Shona. We were best friends. We were a year younger than them, and they always busted us for doing stuff because we were always trying to sneak out and do stuff. But Ivan was so calm, cool, collected, and always perfectly manicured and looked top notch. And I reached out to him in 2006. I was a nurse at the Collin County Jail. I was doing my RN degree, and I was going to do a paper on death row. And I found him, and I was like, "Are you my Shona's Ivan?" And he was like, "Yes." And I was like, "Oh my God, oh my God." He never did this. He did not commit this crime. I knew him as I was 12. He is not guilty of what he did. And Ivan, if you can hear me right now, I know we wrote for years and years and years, and then life happened, but I got you, and I signed the petition, and you are not guilty. I want to see you drive on your Z Cavaricis in that crotch rocket and come with your mullet.
Oh, that is yeah, you've made my night. I'm sure you made Ivan's night, and I'm sure
and Sylvia,
he's going to be picked at.
Oh my God!
Tomorrow
Sylvia,
or tonight.
I love you, Sylvia and Penny. I love you, y'all. I love y'all so much, and you know he didn't do this. So stay behind him, and everybody sign that petition. Sign it. I mean, Ivan did not do this. He was so freaking cool. This is one of those situations where everything was wrong. And Ivan, if you can hear me, I love you. Don't give up. We are with you. Shona, Chris, Mark, everybody from high school, we are with you. Everybody, we love you. We love you, and you got this. And it's not even going to go down. I'm not giving that power. You will be state of execution again. 3 times is a charm, Bubby. I love you.
Well, thank you for calling, Melinda, and I know he's grinning from ear to ear.
I know he is. He knows me, and I love him, and he is a good man, and Collin County sucks.
Well, we all agree. We do agree.
I've done it multiple times, and they suck. And Greg Willis should fucking retire and be done with his shit because he is a crook.
Sorry, we can't use that language.
Way years later after Ivan, he's a crook, and he is not a good DA, I promise you. And Ivan, I love you. Pray to God. And Sylvia, Penny, Shona, James, Amy, I love y'all.
Well, thank you, Melinda. You have a great weekend. Call back next week.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Stay for Ivan.
Thank you. Okay, who's next up? Because I'm blind.
We got
Hope on line 5. Hey, Hope.
Hello, how are y'all?
Doing good. How are you?
Great. So I just want to give a shout out to Supreme on the Ramsey unit. If he's listening or the guys in there listening, I just want to tell y'all to let him know that I said that I love him very much. And I want him to have a great weekend. I will see him next weekend. And that, hey, I don't care how complicated it gets. If I could have anyone in this world, I would still choose him. And I'll see him next weekend. I love you, babe.
That's so
y'all
sweet.
Have a good weekend, guys. Keep y'all's heads up. I know y'all are stressed about the food situation. We're out here trying to fight for y'all. All right, y'all. Y'all have a great night.
You too. Have a great weekend.
You too. Absolutely. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Shirley. All right. Miss Shirley. Hi, Miss Shirley.
Hi. How is everyone doing?
Doing good. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling a little better.
Oh, good. Good.
Yeah, I'm at home now. So I just been laying around.
Well, that's good for you.
Calling, give a shout out to Blaine. Blaine, I love and miss you very much. And can't wait to see you whenever I get a chance. And I did look that up. That name up. I can't even pronounce it. Citrobacter kosher. Sounds like a pickle. Bacteria. I look it up, so you make sure you take that medicine they give you, because it's not a very good bacteria that you have. So you keep the medicine up, okay? And I want to give a shout out to Big Will, Mark, Eric, Beto, and Mo.
You got Mo? Now. You got Mo?
Yeah.
Not Mayo?
No, it's Mo now. I changed his name.
You changed?
I changed his name. His name's Mo. Easier for me to say.
But they enjoyed the mayo so much, and so did I.
Yeah.
Oh, they love you, Miss Shirley.
I like the mayo too. It could be Mo Mayo, Mayo Mo.
Mayo Mo.
Mayo Mo. Yeah, hey, that sounds pretty good right there.
Oh, Lord.
And I want to thank all of y'all for helping take care of Blaine back there. And I know he appreciates every one of y'all. And I do too. So I'm going to get off of here. And all of y'all have sweet dreams. And I'm praying for all of y'all. And all of y'all keep your heads up. And I will talk to y'all later. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Shirley. Have a great weekend.
You too.
Bye-bye. Okay, now we have Delia.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
Okay, you're on the air. Go ahead with your shout out.
Okay, I have several. My nephew, Quick, at Ferguson. Joe Angel, his brother at Connolly, my grandson in McConnell, Flintstone at Wainwright, and Keebler at Estelle. Just wanted to say hello to all of them. Raymond, I love you. Baby Louise, thank you.
Thank you. You have a great weekend.
Yes, ma'am. You too.
Bye-bye. Okay, and now we have Pam Perillo. Hey, Pam.
Hi.
Thank you. You have a great weekend.
Oh, turn your radio down a little bit in the background.
Okay, and now...
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now. Go ahead.
I love you guys so much.
We love you, and we miss you. We were just talking about you earlier.
Well, I sent a text to Helen because she used to come visit us on death row when I was on death row. So I sent a text to her letting her know I love her very much.
but I wanted to call in and give a shout out to all the girls on death row that I know and was there with, Darlie and Erica and Brittany Holberg and Melissa, especially my little Brit Brat. I love you so much, and I'm praying for you, sweetie. I'm trying as hard as I can to get my parole officer to let me go back into the prison so that I can come visit y'all. And I just love you, and I will be there for Ivan and the rest of you on the 28th, right?
That's right. That's right.
Well,
Hopefully he'll
Connie
get
and
a
I
stay.
will be there. Yeah, Connie and I will be there. So I will see you guys then. I love y'all. I can't wait to come back to the prison show and visit again.
Well, we can't wait to have you back.
Well, I will be there whenever you want me there. I'll be there. So just let me know. We listen to your show all the time. And Connie said, we got to get home so we can turn the prison show on. So I just wanted to let all of the people on death row know, you know, I was there for 20 years, and those doors opened for me. And where there's life, there's hope. So never give up. You know, God can open doors that no man can ever close. And I'm just with you. I feel like I left a piece of my heart in that place, and I'm just holding on to it and just fighting, and I'll never give up fighting for those I left behind or those that are not even on death row. Just the prison system in itself is corrupted. It's terrible the way they treat people, and we just got to keep fighting to make it better for them. And I love you so much, Dani. I miss you.
Oh, I love you too. Give Connie our best, and can't wait to see both of you again.
Okay, you'll see me on the 28th for sure.
All right. Thank you. Have a great weekend.
You too, hon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right. We wanted to give a great big thank you to Evelyn Staus, Gloria R., and Kenneth J.
Yeah, thank you guys for making pledges to KPFT during our winter fund drive and recognizing the prison show as your designated program to support. We really appreciate your very generous support. And it's not too late. You can join Kenneth and Gloria and Evelyn, 713-526-5738. Select option 1 to make a pledge. Select option 2 to get your shout-outs on the air. The number again, 713-526-5738. Option 1 to pledge. Option 2 for shout-outs.
Oh. Okay, Samantha. Hey, Samantha.
Good evening. How are y'all doing?
Doing good. How are you?
Fine, thank you. I have a couple of shout-outs this evening. The first one to my little brother, Harry Rayner at the Ellis unit. Happy Valentine's, little brother. We're waiting on some good news. And about them 49ers. I love you, little brother. And to my little sister, Shirley Rodriguez at the Murray unit. Little sister, I don't know if you're listening or if you have a radio, but I set up my account so you can call me. Reach out to me, sister. I love you. Happy Valentine's Day. And you have a good weekend. Thank you, guys. Y'all have a good evening.
You too, and you have a great weekend.
Likewise. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, Caleb, did you want to give a shout-out to anyone?
I'll shout out Gloria Rubach from the Texas Death Penalty Abolition movement for all the work she does.
That's an excellent shout-out. Excellent. because she does a whole lot.
Oh, yes.
Yes, she does. All right. And I have a special shout out to someone here, Stephanie. Happy Valentine's.
Stephanie.
I know. Happy Valentine's Day to my beautiful wife, Stephanie. After 5.5 years of marriage, I still have not figured out why you have chosen to love me and be with me, but it is still the greatest blessing I have ever received. I could not do what I do without your love, patience, and support, and every man I've ever ministered to knows it. Thank you for all you do and for everything you are. You are an amazing servant of God and an incredible woman and even better wife. I love you with all my heart, dear Stephanie. Happy Valentine's Day. Your husband, Gary. And Gary's at the Polunsky unit. He's very slick. Very slick. All right. Who is next?
We have Gloria on the line.
Oh, Gloria's on the line. Hey, Gloria.
Hey, how you doing?
Doing good. How are you?
Well, I am doing fine. I wanted to give the address for the abolition movement in case, and I want to thank Caleb for giving out all our information, except our address. But
I posted it on the page, too.
Excuse me. Of course, I just put a big thing of popcorn in my mouth. People can write the abolition movement at Post Office Box 3454, and that's Houston, Texas 77253. It's Box 3454, 77253. I want to give a shout out to Big White. I was going to send you an e-message for your birthday, and then I wound up in the damn hospital. So I'm a little late, Big White, but happy birthday. And my son, Spider, a couple of things. Your emails that I sent for you went through, except for Ariana's in Italy. It bounced, but I did put a message to her on her Facebook page. And down south at the Ramsey, I want to tell Nanan Williams hello. Hope you're doing well. And that is about it. I am so excited about Sister Helen being at the Collin County Courthouse. I'm going to get my butt up early and drive to Collin County.
It's an amazing thing, and I think I may have to do that also.
Well, good. I'll pick you up.
She's going to make sure you get there.
Road trip.
That's important. And I'm going to make a phone call tomorrow to the state rep from Collin County, Jeff Leach. He's a Republican, but he has done a lot of good things for death row regarding the law of parties. He got Jeff Wood's execution stopped, several summers ago. And during the last few legislative sessions, he's been very helpful. So he can help other people from Collin County. He can doggone well help an innocent Ivan Cantu. So I'm going to be calling his office in the morning. And I'm also going to call that DA and tell him he needs to wake up and smell the coffee and not be so dead set on killing somebody who's innocent. And there's so much support building up for Ivan. I'm just hoping something big happens and they don't wait till the last doggone minute.
Yes.
Anyway, that's it. I'll let y'all get back to your show.
Well, thank you, Gloria, and we hope to see you back in the studio soon.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
All right.
Good night, y'all.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, now we have Lydia on line 1. Hey, Lydia.
Hi, Dani. How are you?
Doing good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. It was good to hear Gloria.
It was.
And,
It's always great to hear.
Yes, it is. It is. And Caleb, too, I want to congratulate him being his first time on the show. Did a good job. And I just want you all to know that you all are really appreciated by all of us, the families of the guys there. And just want to tell you how much we love you and how much we care for you. Okay, Dani?
Thank you so much. And we all love y'all, love the support y'all give us. So we appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you. And I want to give a big shout out to my son, Beto. I was talking and I forgot that it was 8 o'clock, and I was talking to myself. I realized it was 8 o'clock, and I was telling you, Mijo, that I have the 2 parties tomorrow. The one for Ashley, it's here close to the house, and there's no children allowed. So I'll be there from 1 to probably 3:30. It's for men too. You can take your husband too. I didn't know they had baby showers where you can take your husband. But anyway, I'll be there, and then I'll be over at Sylvia's. I'll be over at Sylvia's at 5 o'clock for her son's shower. So I'll have a busy afternoon. I'll be partying, party hardy, and seeing some people that I love. I haven't seen some of my sisters for a while, so that'll be a good get together, and see Sylvia also. Well, you know Sylvia, Dani, Sylvia Garza.
I do, yeah.
Yeah, I'll be over at her son's shower at 5 o'clock tomorrow. Yeah.
Well, make sure you give her a great big hug from us.
I will, Dani. And may y'all's team win. Go 49ers. Well, here goes a shout out to William Spear, Big Lou, Rudy, Eric Blaine, Artie, Moises, Roderick, Mark, and Ivan Cantu. Know that you are in our thoughts and in our prayers, okay? We love you, and have a good night. Good night, everyone.
Good night. Have fun at your party.
I will, Dani. Good night.
Good night. Okay, Carmela on line 3.
Good evening, Prison Show. Thank you for taking my call. I'd like to say hello to two guys behind bars. First one is Marcus Collins. He's in Montgomery County Jail. Hi, Marcus. I hope you're doing all right. Hope you're staying warm and dry, especially this weekend. It's supposed to rain really bad. So at least you're inside. Hope everything's going well for you, and I hope you'll get out soon. To see what Father David has been doing. He's been working real hard with the chickens, and they're incubating some more eggs. So I've been helping a little bit, but just basically closing them up for the night when they're not here. And I hope you have a good Valentine's Day. Hope your week is full of love, and just know that you are loved and you're thought about. Take care, and talk to you soon. Haven't heard anything from Roger, Alexis, the rebel. So I hope he's doing all right. You take care and have a good week. I'd also like to say hello to my nephew, Bradley Leland Aiken. He is still somewhere in Dallas County. I want you to know, Bradley, that I'm thinking about you and that I love you. I've never stopped loving you. Just want to say keep your head up and keep your eyes and ears open, and hope everything is progressing with your lawyers, and that you'll hear something soon about your case. I'm going to get my courage up to call your mom this weekend. Last weekend was your niece's birthday. Lena turns 9. Can't believe it. I've not seen her since she was a baby, growing up into a beautiful young lady. And want to let you know that. And just want to let you know that I love you, and I'm going to find out where you are, and no matter where you are, you're thought about and you're loved. You have a good week, and take care of yourself. I love you, Bradley. Thank you, Prison Show, for letting me call and say hi to my guys. You take care this weekend. It's supposed to rain really bad, so be careful on the road.
Well, thank you. Have a great weekend.
Thank you. You too. Good night.
Good night. Okay, now we have Crystal. Hey, Crystal.
Hey, how are you?
Doing good. How are you?
I'm good. I would like to make a shout out.
Go ahead. You're live on the air.
Okay, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. You're live on the air.
Okay, I would like to make a shout out. I would like to make a shout out to my loved one, Terry Arnold from the Michael unit. For him, keep your head up. I love you and miss you. I know you're not going to make parole this year, but just stay strong. I can't wait to see you. I miss you. I love you. Just keep your head up.
Okay. Is that all, or did you have anything else?
Yeah. That's it.
All right. Well, thank you so much for calling.
Mm-hmm. Bye-bye.
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 Okay. Now we have Patricia.
The shout out is from Humberto Garza. Hey, mijo. Yeah, Patty here. Just wanted to let you know that we're doing okay, papacito. Theo Jr. enrolled in the baseball league again. I don't know how that's going to go. He's having surgery on Wednesday. Nothing major, but anyway, he'll be okay, mijito. I worked all day, got home around 6. Max, I can't find Max, so pretty upset about that. But Theo Jr., I looked for him all afternoon. Theo Jr. and one of his friends went out to look for him. Hopefully he's on a date with a girlfriend. But I hope he is, so he can be here in the morning. He's my buddy. Theo Juan is doing good, mijo. He went to the parade. He also went to some of Tiago's games. Like your mom said, we will be going to Joanna's baby shower, and it is co-ed, so men are welcome. I don't know how that's going to go, but we should have fun. I know your mom said go 49ers, but I think they're going to win. But I tell your tío that Mahomes is his brother-in-law. And he says, well, tell Mahomes to send me a shirt or a cap. And I'm like, oh, you're just greedy. You're interested. But anyway, mijito, I guess we got to cheer the 49ers on because Mike Latina is a 49er. The man from Aaron's Stone called, and I had wanted to put a star, cowboy star on there that said, how about them boys? And he called because the Stone barely came in. And when he mentioned, he said, oh, Ms. Morales, you said you wanted to put the cowboy star. And I'm like, no, don't even go there. I'm disappointed. I'm like, Nico thought Cowboys would go to the Super Bowl, and it still hasn't happened, mijo. But anyway, mijito, I love you. I miss you. My hellos to Rudy, Jeff, Big Lou, Juan. You know, thank you to the Prejean show for making this happen. We're good, mijito. Hopefully Max will be home in the morning. I'm glad Amanda got to see you, and you got to meet David, and you got to meet Uri. Amanda did say that Aitana did not behave, but that's normal, I guess. She's almost 2. And I want to tell you that now she can talk, and she's a parrot. Once she hears my voice, she'll say, Grandma. So probably I'm going to go up. Hopefully, God willing, I'll be up there next weekend. So, primeramente Dios, hijito, I love you. Hope you're okay. I miss you. And I guess go 49ers.
Thank you.
I have no choice. Cowboys ain't there.
I know. I've been hearing about it.
Yeah, believe me. I'm telling you, man. I was disappointed. But anyway, hey, Beto, the Texans got a good quarterback. So
Yes.
the Steelers are Texans. So I every time the Texans play, I tell him, you got to get out of the house because this is a cowboy house. Of course, that doesn't happen. But anyway, so he roots for me when the Cowboys play, and, well, we got out right away. But I rooted for him for the playoffs, and they were in the following week still. But, of course, they lost also. So now we're all going to go for the 49ers. We're going to support Mike. So I guess go 49ers. Everybody have a good night, and thank you.
You too. Have a great weekend.
Yes, ma'am.
Bye-bye. All right, let's get to Nadine.
Hello, Dani.
Hi, how are you? How are you doing?
Well, sad because we have lost one of the most beautiful men in our story, the man who abolished the death penalty in France, Mr. Badinter. So it was really a sad day to learn that this man who has the courage to fight the death penalty was dead, So today it would be an homage to him. And, I will miss that man so much because he was the biggest and the important person, And I want to use his word, first of all. The death penalty must be abolished all around the world. It's a shame for humanity. And, Dani, it's a piece of our government we have lost that was the best man I ever.
I'm so
loved.
sorry.
I am emotional when I talk about it. So now I would send a big shout out to my hubby, Eugene Broxton. I pray, my love, you are okay. I just wake up on time. I love you, and I miss you so much, boo. And I hope you have a great Valentine's Day, my love. I'm doing okay. Well, just so sad for the loss we have and for the two friends I lost this week. And I want to send my love also to all my brothers there in the Polonsky unit. I will write you, Ali, and you too, Big White. Happy belated birthday, man. So, this is my shout-out, okay? So I will call you next week, and I wish you all a great show. I love you all. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, boo.
Thank you, Nadine. All right, so we want to say a big congratulations to Nicole and Prentice Phillips. Congratulations to you both. They got married. Woohoo! We all love a good marriage story, don't we? All right, now we also want to give a great big thank you to Dawn A. Thank you so much for your donation. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Dawn. Really appreciate the support for KPFT and the prison show.
Yes, we do appreciate it very much. Did you want to give a shout out, Stephanie?
Oh my goodness. Well.
Yeah. On the spot.
Well,
You knew I was going to do it.
Well, I had hoped that you would not, but can you hear me? All right. Yeah, I mean, shout out to my husband on that little sneaky move he did there. That was pretty awesome. He likes to surprise me. And I love you, and happy Valentine's Day to you as well. I really don't have anything else to say. Oh my gosh, I'm thrown off right now, but...
Yeah, it's been a hectic night in the studio.
I've been running around like a crazy person, but we're making it happen, and that's what matters.
It is. That is what matters. It definitely is. And I'm not used to sitting in here. Y'all ain't lying. It's hot up in this control room. Yes. Lord, I don't think I appreciate being in here very much, but hopefully something will get fixed.
Well, thank you for taking one for the team, Dani.
I am. I consider this taking one for the team. I assure you. Now I have some shout outs. And I would. I have to say something, Mayo. I have to say it, Mayo. I heard the story, and yeah, I've been like itching to get on this mic and say, hi. Hi, Mayo. I love your mom. She's awesome. Or Blaine's mom. She's awesome. So it's been the running joke on the road.
I see that. Mayo Mo.
It's always fun when you're in on the joke, though. I have no idea what's going on here.
Yeah.
That's one of those names that's going to stick, right?
Absolutely. Blaine's mom gave a shout out, and then she didn't say it's spelled MOI. So
Moi? It's French.
I know. And his nickname is Moy. And, well, she said mayo. So, yeah, people are asking him if he has any mayo or...
Oh, no.
Yeah. So I couldn't help myself.
Wasn't that Richard Gere in An Officer and a Gentleman?
It was.
Remember that?
Yeah. Oh, I remember
Richard
that movie.
Gere.
Yes.
Get into your fatigues, Mayo.
Mayo. I remember
Mayonnaise.
You know what? All women love that movie.
That's a great movie.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is. The whole A Woman's Dream.
I think we're dating ourselves a little bit. That was a long time ago. Probably closer to 40 than 30.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have no idea what you're talking
An Officer and a Gentleman.
It was Louis Gossett Jr. and Richard Gere.
I was like, what? You are...
Yeah, she wasn't born
I
then.
was implying that I wasn't in my 40s.
Some of us are a little older than others. Yes, that's right.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, you and me.
Hey, what the hell? He's like you and me.
Oh, gosh.
Okay, so my shout outs are Roderick Harris, Jeff, Britt. Hey, Britt. Michael Ferguson. How you doing? I got the right one and I added you. My best friend, Farron, Creeper, T. Hey, T. Big Head. Hey, Big Head. Blaine, Rue, of course, Rue. Leroy, Larry, J. Van Story, Rusty at the Estelle unit, Leo Willis, Joe Don, and Big Daddy over at the Win unit. Big Daddy, a.k.a. Chucky. Hey! So those are my shout outs. And I think we have some more time to pitch a little bit.
We do have a little bit of time. David had some other shout outs, but unfortunately I haven't been able to access them. So apologies to David for that.
Yeah. And
they're in Dropbox somewhere.
They're somewhere in the Dropbox land.
Yes.
And for those of you who don't know what Dropbox is, it's literally a digital storage that you drop things in.
It's a place where files go and you never find them again, in this case.
Yes.
Sorry, Dave.
He sent me a message. Are y'all going to play the call, the pre-recorded calls? I'm like, no.
We would. We had good intentions. Yeah, it's a long story, which we don't need to go into. But
we can pitch.
We absolutely can. And here's the cool part about that, Dani. It's one phone number. If you want to do shout-outs, we still have time. We can squeeze you in. That number, 713-526-5738. Select option 2, and you'll get to talk to Stephanie, and she'll get you queued up to do your shout-out. 713-526-5738. Select option 2 for shout-outs. Dial that same number, and you can make a pledge of support, like Don and Kenneth and Gloria and Evelyn. Thanks to all of you for your very generous support of the Prison Show and KPFT. It's the same number. Shout-outs is option 2. Donations is option 1. Couldn't be easier, folks. If you have a smartphone, and who doesn't, 713-526-5738. Option 1, you make a pledge. Option 2, you can make a shout-out. It's that simple.
It is that simple. And to make it even sweeter, you can get a brick if you become a sustainer. $25 a month gets you a 4x4, or $50 a month gets you an 8x8. We have examples right out here in front of the studios.
Yeah, and if you go to our homepage at kpft.org, you can make a donation there. You can also see pictures and a video that Howard Reynolds shot of the bricks being installed within the past couple of weeks. And they look fantastic. They're really well done. And it's a great legacy. You can do shout outs in the form of a brick. They're engraved and they'll be there indefinitely. It's very durable and permanent.
They're bricks.
They're bricks.
They're bricks.
That's right.
Or any new sustainer donating $20 per month or over will also receive the Caroline Street Coffee Combo over and above any other thank you gift they may be getting. So the Coffee Combo.
Yeah, that's the pound of the KPFT blend from Lola Savannah, plus the ceramic mug that has a picture of the KPFT Caroline Street Studios. So, you really can't go wrong.
It's a win-win situation.
It's absolutely, yeah. And we've got Prison Show T-shirts. Dani's got hers on. Stephanie's wearing hers. I've got mine on. They're beautiful blue and white T-shirts that say The Prison Show, KPFT. If you want to donate and receive a Prison Show T-shirt, by all means, you can do that.
You would have to definitely contact David Collingsworth for the shirt. But he's available on Facebook, through the Prison Show's Facebook, on his personal Facebook. Well, and also 226 Chipmunk Trail, Shepherd America, 77371. But just to reiterate, I'm looking at this wonderful coffee mug. Do we have a palm tree?
There is a palm tree.
I guess I haven't seen it in the daylight.
I think it may be, yeah, well, when you come at night, it's a little harder to see the bricks and the palm trees, but there's absolutely a palm tree out there.
Okay, well, yeah, the mug shows a palm tree in front of the studio, and I was like, what?
It's out there.
It's out there.
Yeah.
All right.
It doesn't show the bricks because the bricks have just been installed, but they're out there too.
And I can't wait to see them in the light of day, and maybe once time changes, hopefully.
Yeah, it'll be light later this summer, but yes.
Yes, and I will get to take a photo of our bricks, but we do it, whether it's $5, whether it's $10, $20, like David says, he gets those McDonald's baskets, the French fries basket full of fries, and I think he drinks Dr. Pepper, if I'm not mistaken, and a big old Dr. Pepper, and if you just save on that, or your Starbucks, I think Ray Hill called it Starbuckles or something like that. If you just say, stop that even for well,
here's the other thing I was thinking the other day, Dani. If you have Netflix or one of those streaming accounts, we won't single that one out because there's plenty of them. The prices keep going up, and you binge watch whatever that you've already seen. If you took the money you spent on those streaming services and said, I'm going to listen to KPFT and hear the prison show and hear all the great programs, that's a really great investment in community radio and a lot better value for your dollars. So cut the cord, cancel your streaming services, and send the money to KPFT.
I just had this vision of all these people sitting in front of their TV going, well...
No, they're listening to the prison show.
Not every night.
Well, no, but you can listen in the archives for up to 2 weeks.
That's true.
If you missed the first part of the prison show, you're going to want to go back and listen to it on the archives. Go to the kpft.org homepage, scroll down to the bottom, and there's a link that says archives. Look on Friday night at 9 p.m. and voila. It won't be in there yet because the show's not over yet.
Yeah.
But I guarantee you, within 2 minutes after the show's over, you can listen to it again.
Absolutely.
And it'll be there for 2 weeks. So, it's a great value. Support community radio in Houston, Texas. Support institutions like the prison show. I really can't emphasize this enough. This show has been on the air for close to 40 years. I don't know the exact date, but that's as durable as anything I can think of in Houston radio or any kind of media.
Any kind of media.
And it's a real service. You heard the shout outs. And look, if you want to hear programming like this, please support it. Please make a pledge. 713-526-5738. Select option 1 to make a pledge. Option 2, we've got a couple more minutes for shout outs, and then we're going to roll the closer here. And, help keep KPFT, will be 54 years old March 1st. Help keep the prison show on the air. It's really important that you do your part. And we very much appreciate all the support from the folks that have already pledged and those who will.
And where else can you hear Sister Helen Prejean talking about saving a life? Where else can you hear that? Well, I mean, on a Friday night, where she's always talking. Yeah, she always talks about, but saving Ivan Cantu's life from execution. She was talking directly to incarcerated individuals of TDCJ, directly to them, live on the air. Where else can you hear that? Right here at KPFT 90.1 FM in Houston, 89.5 in Galveston, and we're still trying to figure out what the frequency is in Huntsville. There's some debate about that. There's a lot of debate because a lot of people can't hear it. Well, I heard a story today that I had not heard previously about Huntsville, and we need to dig into that a little further about what's happening with the small transmitter we have up there. But it may not be online currently. So really? Well, that would answer a whole lot of. Yeah, don't quote me on any of this, but yeah. Don't quote you. You're live on the air. Yeah. Yeah. David Collingsworth here from the prison show. Just kidding. Well, I tell you what, Dani, let's pitch a little bit longer, and then we probably need to roll this closer. And what else is on our? Did we get everything covered that we needed to cover tonight? we the what?
The brick.
Oh.
Show a picture of it.
Oh, on the yeah, I posted it on maybe check Death or Angels. Yeah,
I got a text message here from David Collingsworth about 20 minutes ago. He said, "You okay?" And so I just texted him back, said, "No." We're fine, David. Your show will still be here next week. Don't worry. We're doing our best.
We didn't break it.
Doing our best.
Yet.
Maybe we should block him from the,
from viewing. Well, we do appreciate all the donations that we have received this evening, and know that you can keep on donating 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. 713-526-5738. Option number 1, make sure you say The Prison Show.
Except no substitutes.
Yeah, no substitutes. Where else can you get this amusement?
The one and only unique The Prison Show.
Very unique.
One of a kind.
And I know that we have CNVRGE coming up.
That's right. At 11 o'clock, CNVRGE will be on.
Yes, and it's a techno kind of music. David only listens to it while on his motorcycle.
It's actually a really good show.
I've heard it was a really good show. I haven't listened to it yet because I'm usually on the phone when I leave here. But I will make a point of going back and listening to it on the archives.
On the archives, absolutely. All right. Well, Dani, thank you so much for letting me sit in for David. It's been my pleasure.
Well, thank you for coming in and saving the day and getting on this board that I knew nothing about. I appreciate it very much.
Folks, thanks for your support for KPFT and the Prison Show, and have a great week, and we'll see you next time.
Have a great weekend, guys.
See you at visiting hours next week. Mama ain't been doing too well, I'll tell you more when we speak. And Billy's loving high school. He's out there blocking for JV. I'm sure he's gonna come around by the time you give a least. It's Friday night, the inmates go quiet. Listen for a voice they know. It's prison radio. It's prison radio. From Paris to Polanski. Bonjour, me more. In my dreams, I can see your freedom. I will hold you once more. To the man with no visitors, no money on the books. Remember